damage?
Nothing serious.
Then begin the adamantium feed.
Feed initiated.
I'm all the way up. All the way up. I'm all the way up. I'm all the way up. Nothing can stop me. I'm all the way up. Exclusive.
What up, guys? Welcome back. This is your boy Jair aka Dripmode, and welcome to my channel. We're gonna be doing dioramas today, and today's diorama is gonna be a pretty cool one that I've had in mind for quite some time. And actually, it's not anything new, as I've seen other people create this diorama, but I think it's my turn to build my own version. But before I get to the diorama, let me show you the inspiration for today's diorama. Boom! We got WeaponX Wolverine. Now, for a lot of people here that don't know about WeaponX, WeaponX is part of Wolverine's origin story. You guys can watch it in X-Men's Season 4, Episode 3, WeaponX Lies and Videotapes, or you can watch the Wolverine Origins, where they introduce him meeting Stryker, and he's the person that actually gets him to get the adamantium inside of his skeletal system. Now, in the comic books, it's an actual chamber where he's dunked into water, with all these pipes coming down on him, holding him up. And there's also other variations where he's like in a bed full of water and they're doing the same thing. But I do want the idea of having it stand up versus laying down. So now let me show you an important piece to this diorama that I'm going to be building around it. Boom! What I have here is a bubble fish lamp. You're like, what is this? So this lamp is meant for a nightlight lamp, and you can fill it up with water, put some fishes, not real fishes, but some fishies, and this produces bubbles with LED lights. This is giving me more than enough of a foundation for me to not worry about the mechanics, but really just focusing on making this look like it's part of the lab. And as I look at references, there's a lot of different, pipes and metal pieces and digital screens, so that this looks like it's something that belongs in a lab. So I'm going to be using this guy as the foundation of this diorama piece. And when I say diorama, and when you guys think about it, you guys thinking that maybe I'm going to build a lab. Because I'm very limited with space, as you can see, I'm really just going to be focusing on the chamber itself, the cryo chamber. And this would be a cool piece for me to insert it into my collection, or just have it just as a display piece that is giving me light. So that's what today's diorama is going to be about. So it's going to be exciting because it's different. It's me using something else that is going to contribute to the success of this diorama. And I've always wanted to see this guy in water. It's gonna look pretty cool, right? So yeah, that's today's diorama. That's today's project. So let's get to it. Alright, guys, like always, I always say, do your homework, look what's out there, and gather your ideas. Now, I found this one. I thought this one was really on point. It's a statue. I don't know if it's like a hot toy or something, but what I'm digging about this is the pipes. There's this plate, like a grid, like in case water falls, it goes into the crevices or the openings. There's PSI kind of gauges, and then you see Wolverine hanging with all these tubes connected. This is definitely the idea I wanna be inspired by. Really cool sketches. I'm digging this right here, like these industrial pipes. They're thinking about how things are going in and out. So stuff like this is what I'm actually talking about. I'm digging this a lot right here. Yeah, that bottom part, that's what's up. So I'm gonna go in this approach and have fun with it. This is not gonna be like authentic in the sense that this is accurate to the comic books or accurate to a movie. It's a cryo chamber for our WeaponX Wolverine here. Alright, so as I'm freestyling, I'm going through my inventory. I have a lot of just stuff just in case that I saw potential. So I use a lot of Legos for accessories. You know, like this one right here, as you can see, this is a Lego piece, and I'm using a pipe straw. And look at that. It could be like controlling the water flow, the pipe, right? Like I said, pipe straws, awesome. Got some cables. These are probably the tubes I want to probably put on Wolverine as he's inside of it, as he's being dangling on the top. And again, just a bunch of stuff here. Look at this. I think this is a plate. I'm not so sure. I saw it. It's plastic, but I'm digging this right here. And then that last reference, you saw that plate in the bottom, so this is pretty cool. Other things that I've collected for my inventory over the years, so I'm just gonna see what I can do with this. And just trying to maybe create a story of like how would a cryo chamber work. So you can see I'm actually adding these inserts. Something pretty cool. I like the randomness. Here is where I'm at right now. Took a couple of days just trying to figure out what to put together. Honestly, I freestyled it. Saw a lot of references. Went to Bricks and Figs, got me some additional Lego pieces, and then used tube straws to add the pipes to make it look a little bit more industrial rather than like futuristic. I can aim two ways. I can make this work like this without putting water, but I think I want to add water to this, right? So I'll make some decisions to make sure that I'm able to remove this cylinder. Let me show you guys. So pipe straws, added pegs, and then this whole piece comes off. Okay. And then here's the base. I think I'm gonna just add additional details on the foam, like lines and stuff, not just plain. And then get ready for priming. Off camera because I'm drawing this on my lap, but I'm starting to add details to make this a little bit more industrial. It looks like metal teeth now, right? Like two plates, you know, are sealed together. Well, next is, you know, getting Logan to like dangle inside the chamber. I have a lid that allows me to, you know, create a pole so I can run through it so that I could hang on top. This is the lid right now. Important part is this hole right here. I was able to create this kind of like apparatus that I'm allowed to put in here, right? And then I can have Logan hanging from this. So I need something like a hook so that he could hang on. So there we go. Okay, and then the back of his outfit, he has this strap. Off camera, as I was working on the wires, I ended up coming up with this right here. So got two Lego pieces, ran some cables, right, like I did right here, and then started connecting them only in the perimeter section. But it has a hole, so I could run this piece in there first. Boom. Now let's have Logan hanging there. Okay. And this top piece, I connect it. Look at that. Yeah. Oof. Now let's get into the priming.
Gray primer, but I'm gonna haze it. Okay, so let's see how it goes.
You can already see some nice details already. I want to see what happens when I add some black. Alright, so this is drying. I'm gonna go into the details and I'm gonna play first with the pipes. Got me some metallic golds. And it looks like brass pipes now. I've gone back and forth with the details, the washing, and now I've matted the whole thing. That just kind of seals the details that I've already made, and I could continue adding on top of it. So the next one that I want to do is do a little bit of dry brushing on some of these surfaces just to kind of give it that scraped metal look. Just gonna grab the silver, just tap the tips. get a napkin and just dab it.
I am an artist. If you want, I can do the drawings. We'll just finishing a workout.
What's that? You have any cookie dough?
Alright, so the results are coming out really nice. Really nice. So, yeah, just gonna apply it to the rest of the build. So, and now that I got everything assembled, I can go back and add additional touches. I'm gonna add some brown details of like spillage. There we go. And I got some pledge. But this is a great thing to have if you want things to look wet. This actually lasts pretty long. I was actually pretty surprised of the outcome. So just treat it like paint and put it on areas where you want it to look wet all the time. And there it is. You got a little shine going on right there. That, let it dry for a couple seconds and watch. I could rub it and you won't see anything smudge off or anything. So yeah, so now I'm just gonna put it in areas where I think it would look really good. So here's the piece. I ended up going with the paper just to get the solid look. I don't think I had the right ink to do the transparency, but this works as well. I put it behind this piece of glass that's part of this Lego window. It's like one of these, and because it's white, it gives it looks like more like a screen. And the good part is that once I put it here, then it will actually shine through. So this is pretty good. So I'm gonna just glue this.
Wow. Huh. They used to make stuff in America, Andy, but we're falling behind. Did you know that?
Maybe I can just unspool a little more.
Boom! Here you go, guys. Here is my WeaponX crowd chamber diorama. And man, this came out pretty cool, right? Guys, this was really stepping out of the box, using the things that I always promote in this video, with things that are laying around the house, from Lego pieces, things for beads, and other things like plates and stuff like that. So yeah, it came out pretty cool. So let me break it down real quick. You guys saw in the video, I'm using this jellyfish bubble lamp, and this you could buy at Walmart, 14 bucks. And all the other pieces, you can find them at Bricks and Figs, places that sell Lego pieces, and other places like Hobby Lobby where they sell pipe straws. I don't knock those that do 3D printing. I think if you have that as a tool, great. But I'm trying to show you guys how to use things around the house in case you don't have a 3D printer. I don't have a 3D printer. I'm not even really into it. It could probably streamline a lot of the things that I want to do, but I'm always trying to find that fun aspect of like, I find this, can I add it, can I use it, and here you got it. Alright, so as I mentioned, this is a jellyfish bubble lamp, so it still works. Boom. Now, let me talk about this real quick. So I chose for this video to use water. It looks really cool, great for photography, great to show you guys the kind of what it will look like, right? Now, there's a couple of things that I discovered by using the water direction that could be a bit of a problem. One, over time this thing creates humidity and it starts to drip. You don't really see it here, but this is actually wet already, and it's already wet, and inside it's like Sprite. It's like going, you see like almost little dots coming up, and that creates the moisture, and then it builds up, and then eventually it starts dripping. I think the cool part is the way that I built it. I made sure that this had made sense. Like if water does fall, if this was a real thing, that the water would drip into this conduct system where the water goes in there and it doesn't spill out and get everything wet. Now for the real thing here, fine, it works. Bad part is I gotta be careful. This is run by batteries, but also you can plug it against the wall. So I just gotta be careful that I don't wet this port where I actually put the AC adapter. Another bad thing is that putting a plastic figure in water over time will create corrosion on the figure itself. The plastic will expand and it won't. It's just, if you're gonna do this, just be conscious that you're gonna really just kind of give up a figure over time if you leave it submerged. Now, I've left this figure for quite a couple days, and as I touch the figure, there's a slime coat to the figure. It hasn't been in water for such a long time that's gonna start creating the distortions on the figure, but I do already feel this kind of like, it reminds me of algae on the figure itself. So right here, as I touch it, it's slimy. So those are the, oh, look at that, it's already dripping. Yep, it's already dripping. You can see water coming down. So like I mentioned, these are the cons with going in this direction. I'm still loving it though. Now, alternative, you could go to Hobby Lobby. They sell these little stickers that are like clear little like bubbles. You can actually paste them against the cylinder and it looks like water. Creates the bubble like effect. Great. Now the only problem that I see here is that I'm gonna have to probably remove the bubble maker, right? Because I'm not gonna need it if I choose to go without water. But the reason for that is so that I could actually use the LEDs that come with this device. Unfortunately, I wasn't able to separate those things, so it's working as I bought it. So on and off, and I could change the colors, and it comes with the remote, so I could change it however I want. Has some effects. Now let's get into the creativity here. As I was putting this together, I was thinking about the story of Logan in the time period, and this is like early 1900s. So I'm not saying that things are not more modern; they were more industrial. So that's where I went with the industrial look and added like these pipe straws that look like pipes that allow you to kind of turn on off the water. So the idea here is that this is where the water gets pumped in, and then probably the water gets filtered out, right? Also, I did an LED screen, added a picture that represents kind of like the UI of the digital screen, looking at Logan and looking at the experiment. And then I love these. They're ropes for beads, but they're rubber, and this black mat really gives it that look and feel that it's an electronic cable. So as you can see back here, I made this on purpose to look messy. I wanted to look dangerous. Here I even put a cautious sign saying be careful, high voltage. So I wanted it to look messy, I wanted it to look bundled up, and I wanted it to look like a lot of wires are going all over the place, and created purpose, you know. It's coming through here, and it's being plugged into the monitor, and it's being plugged into the other portion of the diorama. So, you know, made sure that there's a story behind it. There's some reasoning for all this. And yeah, painted it almost like a bronze kind of metal that got aged over time. So that's where you got the brown look, the weather look, the damaged look, the gunk look. This is it. Here you go, guys. Here's the WeaponX cryo chamber diorama, and I used pieces around the house that you guys can buy to build this vision for WeaponX, the cryo chamber. Not knocking 3D printers. If you guys have it, hell yeah, use that for your disposal. But if you don't, it's a lot of alternative ways to kind of create these projects. Alright guys, I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Hope you guys learned something new in this video. Hit the like button, write a comment. If you haven't yet, hit that subscribe button. You guys should have done that already a while back. Alright guys, I'm still around. I know that now I'm uploading very slowly, but I'm still here. Alright guys, talk to you later. Peace.
I'm